Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I just put out a video where Ruby Rose, former Batwoman actor, lead actor of Batwoman in the CW and Warner Brothers show, spoke out against Warner Brothers and CW, how they handled the show, how they handled her and other actors and people on the set, how she was rushed back after an injury to come back and work on set a few days after neck injury and rib injuries, and how they didn't want to shut down during COVID while other studios were shutting down, what executives were doing on the set to women, and how the producers treated the set, among a bunch of other things. I said I was bringing you an update when Warner Brothers responded, and they have just responded in a statement to Deadline, so we're going to take a look at that. But first, please don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, share this one out, and let's take a look. So quickly from the last video, so this is what it was about. Ruby Rose unloads the real reasons she left Batwoman, nukes executives, and showrunner. So the quick bullet points were that Rose was forced back to work incredibly quickly after serious injuries, with the implication being the entire crew would lose their jobs if she didn't. Rose said the showrunner Carolyn Dries only visited the set 4 times a year and was rushing to finish the season during COVID when everyone else was shutting down. Rose details numerous stunt person injuries on set, including a burn injury so graphic they witnessed it in real time. She laments the network not offering any therapy for it. And Rose accuses former WB TV executive Peter Roth of inappropriate behavior, like having women steam his pants while he was wearing them, and then having Rose investigated by a PI after she left the series. And there was a bunch of other things. You can check it out in my other video. Now, this is Deadline Hollywood. It says, in a statement to Deadline, Warner Brothers TV hits back at former Batwoman star Ruby Rose's allegations this morning about her hostile experience on the CW set. Now, let's take a look at that statement. Despite the revisionist history that Ruby Rose is now sharing online, aimed at the producers, the cast and crew, the network and the studio, the truth is that Warner Brothers Television had decided not to exercise its option to engage Ruby for season 2 of Batwoman based on multiple complaints about workplace behavior that were extensively reviewed and handled privately out of respect for all concerned. So they're saying there were multiple complaints about workplace behavior that were extensively reviewed. So they've already looked into this and said because of what was happening on set, workplace behavior, probably in relation to Ruby Rose, they had already decided not to engage Ruby for a season 2 of Batwoman. They are not addressing this at all. This is 100% just PR statement, calling it revisionist history. So here it says update from Deadline. So Warner Brothers TV hits back, reveals misconduct allegations against Ruby Rose after the actor claims toxic behavior on Batwoman's set. So here it says update. Warner Brothers Television, the studio behind the CW drama Batwoman, released a strongly worded statement in response to former star Ruby Rose's scathing attack on the show, the studio and producers this morning. In the statement, Warner Brothers TV corroborates Rose's claim that she was fired from the show, but says the action was the result of an internal probe into complaints about workplace behavior against the actor. Such an investigation into Rose's behavior had long been rumored, but not officially confirmed until today. So complaints about workplace behavior, except here's what we saw from her claims in my last video. So she was in surgery, got an x-ray, and they forced her within days to come back to the set. Otherwise, her whole staff would be fired. So they haven't addressed that claim. They haven't addressed all these claims that about shutting down the set because of COVID and when everyone else was. So that's a bit dangerous if they weren't shutting down the set. They didn't say anything about that. I was going to have to sign my rights away to be on the second season. Any threats, any bullying tactics or blackmail will not make me stand down. That's what she said in the statement. I think she would consider this a threat or a bullying tactic, just saying flat out it's revisionist history. They're trying to throw it back onto her and saying there were multiple complaints about workplace behavior, probably relating to her, that were extensively reviewed and handled privately out of respect for all concerned. See what they're saying there? It was handled privately. Be quiet and stop saying things out in the media and making us look bad. Because if it's true what she said and they're denying it right now in public, well, she's going to have to bring a lawsuit because they're going to deny this until they're forced to admit what's happened in court, obviously. So that's the update. That's the response from Warner Brothers, and this is I'm pretty sure this is going to escalate because they've just denied it and tried to throw it all back onto her. I don't know, I'm not kind of looking forward to what's going to happen, but it will be interesting to see how this progresses. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Be sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, share this one out, and I'll see you in the next one.